Welcome back to another trade review. This is a series where I review my trades. Today I'm going to review my trade on the 22nd and the 23rd on MYSZ. These are the exact screenshots from my paper trade. I also use Thinkorswim, the software, to show you the yearly chart since I missed to screenshot this. So I'm going to use this to give you a better idea of how I found this trade and why I played it. So first off, we're going to start off right away by why I traded this stock. So if MYSZ is somewhat of a former runner, it has the ability to spike and rebound, very nice. But the main focus was that it announced very bullish news. So it announced that their CEO was going to talk about their product on air, on television, on Fox News. Or new to the street on Fox. So my thinking process got straight to Tim's book, as he did one of his biggest trade, one of his biggest trade, I think, and biggest profits were on, I think it was EcoSO, I'm not sure, but that had a similar catalyst. They announced that their product was going to be on air, and it got highlighted very positive. So that's my first thought. But as the day goes, I realized that this is more of a buy the rumor, sell the news, due to the fact that as the catalyst was announced, it was on Thursday. So, and they were going to be live on Saturday. So I didn't want to hold, and hopefully no one did, because it's like playing the lottery. You don't know if their product is going to be highlighted positive or negative. And that's also said in Tim's book. So if you read that, you should know. But so that's how I found out the trade, and it got some nice volume. We have Mark Crook that helps us challenge students, or he tells us what his thinking process is, and my thinking process was very similar. Although you'll see that I have some mistakes that I have to practice and improve, and also that I did some stuff good. So we'll get to the intraday charts. This is how the intraday charts look, and as you can see, I did some trade very early in the stage of this stock. I think it's mostly based on FOMO, that I didn't want to miss out. My entries wasn't that bad. I was risking off this low. It's not so easy to see. I can zoom in a bit more. So I was basically risking off this first pullback low from its first run up. And if I had stuck to my plan, I wouldn't have been cutting my loss or cutting my trade here. And I also took some profits while I had them. But this is a very, very tight range. So something right off the bat that I can improve that is that let the stock run, only take profits when the chart tells you so, have realistic expectation of how far it can go, how far the stock can go, and it's very hard in the beginning to know how far a certain catalyst can improve or reflect or give the stock opportunity to run. But you learn as you go, and I've learned today or by this trade that this kind of catalyst can make the stock go, it can go not crazy, but it can go high. And I should have learned that by Tim's book also, but now I have two examples, so that's very good. Secondly, right off the bat lesson, remember to respect your risk. I've seen a pattern in myself, in my behavior. I tend to not respect my risk, because as these drops come, I feel, since I'm watching it by instance or with my full focus, I see that it drops gradually, minute by minute, and then I get emotionally detached, and then I don't think realistic, and then I cut it because I want to be out, because I think it's going to go further. But how come that I re-entered once again then? What I saw was that it bottomed out just above this level, and it consolidated, and then it broke its consolidation area, and I'm like, okay, this is clear as day. It held its support area, it consolidated, and then it spiked up. So that's a very bullish pattern that it wants more. And something also that I have learned by this is that if you look at the 5-minute candle, you'll see, unfortunately I can't show you now, but you can see that when many green candles, you know that there is going to be a pullback, and pullbacks are healthy for the stocks. So that's also something to anticipate. If that helps you, use the 5-minute candles as well. I do it, and I have improved my trading so much after doing that and after this trade. So something more that I did good on this trade was that as the stock spiked and as it started to running, I took some shares off to help me stay patient, and then I just some minutes, or it's maybe 20 minutes later, I took my whole position off. So that's something good that I should keep on doing, taking profits as I have them, and to improve my patience. As you can see, I should have improved my patience a bit more, and I probably should have held overnight as well, since the stock spiked up to the 290s actually. But that's something that I did good and that I should keep on doing, taking profits. It's a very good way to stay patient. Stuff that I can improve, as I said, respect my risk level, understand the pullback mentality, that the stock can't just go up, 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 up. It has to have this pullback. So what I'm planning on doing, or I might test it out, is to not be on the quote unquote this front move or the morning spike. I want to wait to see the pullback and see how it reacts after that. I feel that I'm more comfortable doing this, so I think I'm going to try that out. And something else that I need to improve is to look back on the behavior of this stock. As Mark Crook talks in the chat, he says like, I don't want to hold overnight due to the fact that it has this high wicks and it loses most of its gains usually. And I had totally missed that, and that's a very good point that he refers to, because you have to look back and see the patterns, or as I call them, the behaviors of the stock, because they tend to repeat themselves. So that's also something that I can improve on. I have to remember that these are foam runners as well. Basically, I just got blind by the catalyst. I didn't look so much into the yearly chart. But that's something that I can improve. I actually made a checklist where I tick off. It's as a foam runner, good catalyst, what's the float, etc., etc. It's very good to keep you patient. Then also unfortunately I think I got FOMO because the next day it ran, as you can see, and as I told you, it got up to 219. And what I have to, this is something that I really need to improve on, is that I have to understand that day 2 is not even close to day 1. It's not similar due to the fact that the catalyst is now old, like the Fox News. They're going to be there because on this day, it's a Friday, they're going to be there tomorrow. So with that in mind, I think many traders think that, as I do, buy the rumor, sell the news. There's going to be big sell pressure. They want to get out this of the shares that they held from yesterday. So that's something to improve on. Remember that second day is not even close to the first day. It's not similar at all. And I think that's all the lessons. Basically, respect your risk as always. Find somewhat of a niche. I think this is going to be somewhat of a niche for me because I feel safe or confident when I trade these setups, when it's pullbacks and shows a clear support area, and then start consolidating. So find your niche, respect your risk, remember that the second day is not similar to the first day. Treat them differently. If there isn't a catalyst, there has to be a really good catalyst on the first day to make it run even further. I think that's it. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you learned something. I did.